Okay, so I'm thinking about making a guide about how to play through hand traps with Brandhood. These 2 to 3 card combos, right? The weird hands that you get and you don't really know what to do with it. Basically, you just want to play through most hand traps as possible, and you would win the game every single time going fast. Uh, so these lines, this that I'm doing is you read the delay. You need to read the delay. If you don't read the delay, don't watch this video even. Like it does nothing. Because even if they are toggled off, you'll feel a small delay on your activations, and that way you know what which hand traps they have. You can read them like with the practice, you get them easy. And these lines also end on like a really good board if they don't actually have it. So, for example, if we already feel Ash toggle and it's not really Ash, just Karen in hand, you just resolve Brand Fusion. Because with most of these lines we get Ash on Brand Fusion. Or we make a strong enough board. Here on deployment we need to feel the Ash. They wouldn't Ash deployment, but we would feel it if they have it or not. If it's Maxi, they would Maxi on the activation of deployment, so you know it's Ash, right? So instead of going for Brand Fusion, you go Brand Lost, activate Brand Lost, and then fuse. Here, if they have Imperm Ash, we're at the toggle on Ash. They have Imperm Ash, and they don't Imperm, and they Imperm Cartesia, right? This field will be better into Imperm Ash than like you going Brand Fusion. Because if you go Brand Fusion, they Ash Brand Fusion, and then they next turn they negate Cartesia basically, or Gangnyo or something next turn with their draw phase, and you basically lose the game. We search Kit here, and we send Albion. Now we get Brand Fusion, and when we activate it, we get Ashed. But let's see what we end on through Ash. I will play out the opponent's turn as well. He goes, normal summon Snake Ash at Popular summon, this triggers Gangyol. Your Gangyol will be triggered every single time. Unless it gets Ashed again. In all the matchups right now. So this triggers and summons Quim. So basically Gangyol is Quim. Don't like think about sending Titanic Lad because it's just better. You summon Quim. You send albaz, right? Now they are stuck, they cannot just go Link Koribo because you revive back albaz. Instead they go Flamberge. And now I just activate this. Fuse with Kit. It's important to have a dark, that's why we search Kit also. And now Kit will get us... I forgot to tell something. Keep Cartesia engraved, by the way. Do not add her back to hand, because last turn give us a chance to add her back to hand, but we don't. Now let's see what Lost cooks. It gets us back albaz, right? Summon Cartesia, and now this is Merjade. Either this is Merjade now, or this is Furious and then fuse Lubellian and Albaz for Merjade. So you get Furious and Merjade, and then you pop Merjade. That also cooks. You pop Merjade with Furious, and then you send Red Brom. We have Albaz engraved to summon it back and then fuse again. Yeah, that line also is pretty good. But we go Merjade right away. It doesn't really make that much difference. We also get to shuffle back Gangnyo, just in case we want to follow up. He goes Link Koribo, add back Oak, and then summon this to get OSS. He goes Dark, we don't care about this. He targets Aluber. He goes Promethean. Now I fuse into Albion. Yeah, like you see, I noticed that this is worse than the other line. The other line where you make Furious quickly. I guess you surprised me with these lines, but it's fine. You get to shuffle back. You get to shuffle back Albion. You get to shuffle back Albion and a banished Albaz, right? Instead of banishing both Albions and going into Albion right now. Well, it still cooks. We go pop. You can target OSS. I think target OSS is better here, but it's fine. We summon albaz, this pass merge it, and then you fuse into another merge it, basically. Now EOS summons this and he scoops, nothing to do. Let's assume if he does not Ash here, right? We just go Brand Fusion into Lubinian. This is the same part where we have Lubinian Engrave and we fuse right away into merge it, basically. And we get Lubinian. So the only difference if he didn't Ash is we get merge it early. He goes same thing, this, and this triggers that, right? Get Cartesia. Now I can just make Guardian Chimera early. This sounds back Cartesia. This has Albaz. Armor Courier. I'll bet because we already have Albaz Engrave. He goes that, negate, I banish, summon, right? Fuse with this. You could also get fused into Draco Stable, yeah, basically. This is the same line. If you play Draco Stable, it's the same line, but if he does not Ash Brand Fusion, basically. So you see, like, you don't lose much if you play around Ash, is what I mean by this line. Let's see if they have Imperm Ash and they use Imperm. Here on Cartesia activation, he Imperms, because otherwise you just get like access with this. And now we need to assume that he has, like, this is starter extender. I mean starter and Imperm Ash, no extenders, because you're not gonna win against an extender. When this triggers, you chain into it. You go chain a block, you go this, first effect, second effect, and then chain block with lost, right? They Ash lost. Nothing else to Ash. Unless they hold it for Maxi, which this gets us a better field. Reviving Cartesia was a mistake here, you don't really need to revive Cartesia. I just misclicked. I send Red Brom and Quem sends Albaz. Now you just go summon Albaz fuse with that, right? And they don't have an extender, just Scoopity Scoop, basically. This is assuming they have Imperm Ash. So this line is also better to Imperm Ash because you get like this one interruption, which is not really, it's two interruptions. If which is Albaz Fusion with the card, and also Merge Aid most of the time. But here, yeah, this was enough because they didn't have an extender. Alright, so this time it's a 3-card combo. Aluber, Cartesia, and High Spirits. We did the same thing here, no need to see it, right? And now let's see how this turn plays out. I fused this time, and instead of sending Albion this time, I sent Saronir and search Shrouded. I go Shrouded, chain High Spirit, send to give it Kit. Now add Brand Fusion, and I get Ashed here. Now with Kit, I go add Brandon White, and I'll end on Merge it anyways. So just like an extra card, which is Merge it basically. Brandon Red, and I'm sure you can see where this goes. This beats Starter Extender and whatever. Let's see another hand. With the same hand, we got Impermed on Cartesia, and let's see what we can do with it after we get Impermed in our opponent's turn. We set End. Now in chain to that, we fuse, go into Granguignol, dodge and search, and we also get Ashed here, yeah. We chain blocked correctly and we get Ashed. We add Albaz. And we send the random to the grave. I think it was a bit too fast. Now I high spread that, like I catch him off, so like surprise him with it. He doesn't know that I had high spirit. He goes into his extra deckling Koribo, right? And now I get to make Merge Jade. And he summons Flamberge. I banish Flamberge right away. And I have Mercurier. I could have Mercurier there, but let's see where I use the Mercurier in this case. Ah, yeah, I guess on Oak. Fearing a second Flamberge. I also have infinite follow-up, so as long as I don't die, I win the game. Also, Aluber is engrave. This does not do much because Oak was already used. He goes add albaz, get that, summon back Oak, fuse into whatever. He doesn't have a play basically. He's missing one body to OTK, right? And he still doesn't OTK because of Aluber engrave. So this checks this starter extender. Let's see another hand. Different hand this time. This is another 3-card combo. And we have albaz instead of high spirits. And I want to show this video what happens if you search Brand Fusion instead. Like I think with this hand you also search Brand Loss. It doesn't really change that much. It's even better because when you try to fuse, right, and they imperm this, you still get to fuse the next turn with albaz like right away and like make Merge Jade and our lost it and like search Mercurier and stuff, you know. But let's see what happens if you search Brand Fusion and they have imperm Ash. We search Brand Fusion, right? We get Ashed here. Yeah. And now we try to fuse the sound, they let it because like why would they Ash? There's no lost. I mean, why they not imperm? There's no lost. And when we make this, we get impermed. And now we just scoop. We have no place. We basically end on nothing. We end on Albion and Aluber on the field. No way to send them to grave. So this hand you also search lost and it's self-explanatory. It's the same thing as I showed before. Okay, now the another crazy hand is deployment Aluber and Lubelian. This time with normal summon, and this is through Ash, and I'll show you one through Imperm Ash. With normal summon Aluber we get high spirit instead. We high spirit our Beastial to get albaz, and now Beastial target to send retribution. Cartesia fuse into Albion. And then Albion goes to Granganule. Granganule sends Shrouded, Shroud sends in white. We set up Lost. Now we use in white. We get Furious here. We could also get Merge Jade, but Furious here is better. Kit. Get us Brand Fusion. Activate Brand Fusion, we get Ashed. At this point we don't really care. End phase, we set in red. We get Cartesia and we send albaz. And there's no playing through this. He just summons Ash and scoops. Now I'll show you another one through Ash Imperm Starter Extender. Now we get Impermed here on Albion this time. We did exactly everything the same, we just got Impermed on Albion. We go set Lost, end phase, activate Shrouded first, send Brand Red, High Spirit, add Brand Red. Activate Brand Red to get albaz. Fuse into Lubelian. Lubelian discards. You search Mercurier here. And you also revive Cartesia. You fuse it to Merge Jade, right? And now you use Albion to set. And you negate Ash with Mercurier. So basically we hand looped for 2 with our hand. Hand loop for 2 and end on double Merge Jade banish. Nephthys engrave, banishment into something if you maybe play Draco Stabilia. Uh, and albaz engrave eventually, because you fuse and then you dodge into albaz engrave. I'll show you. I'm just gonna click things, right, and still win because there's way too much interruptions. They now summon Ash, summon that, get field. I just punish Ash right away and send Red Bomb to grave for the second Queen later to send me albaz. Get some searches, get follow up, and send Neftis, of course. If he pops, if he goes for any lethal line, you just Neftis stops everything basically. You also punish more courier, you get more follow up. Now I'm just clicking things again. I just punish whatever he has. He goes Flamberge, summon a Promethean. Promethean set that. I just go punishment and fuse with the into direct stable. I would fuse Merged better here to summon another Merged later with Randblom, but it's fine. I'm actually just start clicking things. There's way too many interruptions. He goes Oak and I just negate Oak and that's GG's. This is how well this hand plays into Umpermash. One of the the best hands. Here's another random ass hand. Basically, if I see people like this is a teaser for next video. If I see people care about my guide, I will make more about these random hands that most people don't know what to do with them. And this is an actual game. This was on ladder against my voice opponent. He had Imperm Ash, and I think he kinda used them correctly. So, and I also have Debiro and Maxi, but like just ignore them for this game. Like they are just two discards basically. I use them, but like I win regardless. Let's see what I do. Quem gets Imperm, which is correct. Is a correct play. Now I go Shrouded and then Chain High Spirit to get Kit. I special summon Kit. I was trolling, this was negated. I special summon Kit. And I changed that just so because I don't want to lose Nibiru or Ash. But you wouldn't do this normally. And I get Brand Lost. I make Verte because I'm feeling Ash, by the way. I'm reading Ash from him. And I make Mergate and search more courier. Alright, now end phase. I activate that, he ashes it, and I mark courier. And I set punishment here. Okay. He has a crazy hand, and I do one mistake. I'll correct it now. I'll tell you it's the right play. His hand is really crazy. I maxi him, but this doesn't matter at all. I don't draw anything of value. Draw both ditch cards. He goes this. I punish low, right? Is correct. Here's my mistake. I chain Randbrom. I shouldn't chain Randbrom. I should wait for a second. This matchup is still pretty new, and this is like a tip for this match. You do this play once at a time, but not like this, not exactly like this. You, instead of summoning albaz now, you summon albaz right here. You activate Randbrom in response to low summoning. I'll explain why. So you chain Randbrom here and then summon albaz. This way, you fuse, he cannot negate because it's under loss, and also since it's chain link 1, this will not trigger. So this will like completely end his turn. But instead I do it now, which is chain link 3, so he will be able to trigger his trap. Yeah, this triggers, and this is chain link 2 now. So instead of that, I go Lubellian to be chain link 1 again. He cannot negate because he's under lost, and also chain block. Make Furious. Now I pop these boys, and I also Nibiru. Like I won this game already, but Nibiru was just extra because here I also have when I pop Mergade, right? I summon him back with punishment, and then punish again. Like there is no way to win. But like, and he scoops. I summon a huge ass token, and he just scoops. So this was like the tip. In response to low summoning, because this way will be chain link 1, and the ritual spell will miss its effect. This is pretty much it for this video. I'm gonna see how well it does, and I might make a second guide.